Now, the big bangers. In the production vehicle category, consistency has kept Henry Zermatten in his Chev on top of the points ladder, and the defending champ cannot be beaten this year. While in the super truck category, Paulo Piazzamuso has seen Kasi Coetzee creeping closer, although it's too late in the season for Coetzee to take the title.
We've had Nye Frank out from America, who's the mechanical engineer that designed and built these trucks. And in conjunction with our two local technicians, Dennis Fortune and Davide Bartolo, they've worked close on hand with him. And I think we've seen a big improvement on the setup of the vehicle. I think today will be the testing ground out there to see if we can eventually get to beat this Toyota.
Heat 1 and Piazzamuso is on the inside, getting a good start, but so does Coetzee. Linton Draper in his Chev moves ahead of Paulo's brother, Claudio Piazzamuso, in the other creepy-crawly Ford Courier. Looking back from Coetzee's dealer team Toyota Hilux, and like an avenging monster, Draper looms through the dust. Piazzamuso has the lead, and already it seems that the creepy-crawly Ford Courier is handling much better since its last outing. Coetzee is in hot pursuit, opening up a gap over Draper and Claudio Piazzamuso. Zermatten is leading the production vehicle category. This should be a good one, as the Ford and the Toyota seem much more evenly matched than before. Toyota have Tony George from America to look after their super truck, and the presence of Nye Frank, also from the United States, in the Ford camp has seemingly made a huge difference. The creepy-crawly Fords of the two Piazzamuso brothers are much lower slung than before, and they handle much better now. Claudio is trying to get past Draper, but the personable Chev V8 driver will have none of it. As the dust clears, Claudio Piazzamuso seems to have the edge on the straights, while Draper can get the power down, through and out of the corners much faster. The leaders are coming out of the bottom corner. Paulo Piazzamuso reveling in the lead after having to play second fiddle to the dealer team Toyota Hilux for the last 3 meetings. There's a huge gap between the two leaders and Draper and Claudio, but all of a sudden the Toyota's engine is starting to sound somewhat rough. Yes, definitely there's something wrong with that motor as Coetzee starts slipping back from Paulo Piazzamuso. Now the battle of the race is between the Chev V8 of Linton Draper and the creepy-crawly Ford Courier of Claudio Piazzamuso. Draper's a hard man to pass as he makes that wide-bodied super truck of his even wider, and Piazzamuso must be getting increasingly frustrated as he can probably see that Coetzee is in trouble. Back to the leader, and I would imagine Piazzamuso is as disappointed as Coetzee and the spectators that what has been regarded as the first equal head-to-head battle between the two is not materializing. But this battle is still raging full on. Draper is a long-time off-road competitor, while Claudio Piazzamuso has made his name on the karting circuits of South Africa before grabbing this chance with both hands. Now he tries on the outside and then through on the inside, but he's in the wrong position for the right-hander coming up. "Not this time, son," says Draper. Down the hill again, and Piazzamuso is going to try around the outside of the bottom corner. Paulo Piazzamuso still in the lead, and Kasi Coetzee is in danger of losing his second position. Draper and Claudio are going through the S's at the bottom end of the circuit and are getting closer all the time. Draper uses the power of that huge V8 Chevy engine to his full advantage. Through the kink, and Piazzamuso must be uttering some choice words under his helmet as he just doesn't seem able to find a way around the wily old fox. Wide around the outside, trying to sell Draper a dummy, goes Piazzamuso. Now he needs to hold his line into the right-hander coming up. Coetzee struggling with a blocked fuel pump and making room, but Piazzamuso has outbraked himself and Draper lives to fight another day. Has Piazzamuso shown his trump card too soon and blown it? Flat out down the hill, and the creepy-crawly Ford closes in. A little nudge there, but Draper's immune to that. As Coetzee pulls off the circuit, Draper and Piazzamuso are now battling it out for second position. Draper gets a much better drive out of the S's, and once again he pulls away. As they come up to complete another lap, will Piazzamuso try something else? Beautifully controlled, he takes the final corner and holds into the outside line. This is what he tried on the previous lap, so Draper will be ready for him. Draper has the faster line out of the left-hander. Piazza Musso tucks in behind him, and Draper takes the defensive line into the right-hander, blocking any move from the Ford driver. Draper knew what was coming and was ready for it. But Piazza Musso has also learnt a few tricks during his karting years. Oh, and that's much more than just a nudge. Piazza Musso turns Draper around, but now he's got nowhere to go. Draper blocks him and forces Piazza Musso to hit reverse, allowing Draper to get away first, straightening the corner in a novel way. And now Piazza Musso has to try it all over again. Draper might have earned himself some breathing space, but Piazza Musso will be back, and the Ford driver's probably cursing himself for losing so much time in that maneuver. The crowd somewhat disappointed at the demise of the dealer team Toyota Hilux, and on lap 5, Paolo Piazza Musso has a comfortable lead over Draper and his brother Claudio. In the production vehicle category, Frank de Geer in his VW Beetle is lying third behind Richard Leek in the Castrol Toyota Hilux and Henry Zamatin in his Chev, and will soon be lapped by Paolo Piazza Musso in the creepy-crawly Ford Courier. Paolo Piazza Musso has had a trouble-free run, while his brother Claudio has had to crawl back into a position from where he could challenge Linton Draper for second position. Draper will not be caught by that and holds the defensive line, but Piazza Musso seems to have gotten out of the right-hander a little quicker this time. They avoid each other as they go into the bottom corner, and now Claudio is in a better position to challenge for second. Up the hill again, and the fact that Piazza Musso has been able to catch Draper is a clear indication that he has the speed to do it. The only problem is actually getting past the Chev V8. Past the main grandstand, and again Piazza Musso holds the outside line through the sweep. Great car control, and now Claudio's in a good position to take the inside line into the right-hander. Very close to each other, and again a little bit of a nudge there. Nothing dangerous, and Piazza Musso is through. This time he's pulled it off, and some good racing skills there by both drivers. Back to the leader, and Paolo Piazza Musso only has to stay on the road to win this race. Meanwhile, Claudio has to get through the production vehicles. First, Frank de Geer in his VW Beetle, who's still third. Then Richard Leek in the Castrol Toyota Hilux, second behind Henry Zamatin in his Chev. A huge gap has now developed between Claudio Piazza Musso and Linton Draper. And that's the leader on his last lap, Paolo Piazza Musso in the creepy-crawly Ford Courier, who's been quite lonely after the demise of Cassie Coetzee dealer team Toyota Hilux. He takes the checkered flag, and he must be feeling good. So the two brothers Piazza Musso take 1 and 2 ahead of Linton Draper in the super truck category, while Zamatin takes another victory in the production vehicle category ahead of Leek and de Geer.
Paolo, that was great. Was it as easy as it seemed?
I think the opposition had a bit of problems there. A race is never easy, but it's great to be on the winning streak again.
Obviously, the differences made to the suspension setup must have worked.
Definitely, the truck feels a lot better, and I think now we can have head-to-head with the Toyota and Cassie.
Well, it's stern cold and windy here at AEK Kyalami. We've had a great day's racing. Hope you enjoyed the highlights of all the action that we've seen. Next